These 6-inch round wood pieces came from Hobby Lobby. They were very inexpensive, and I believe I got this wrapping paper from Walmart. I decided where I wanted to put the fa la la and traced around my round, and then I was just deciding right there where I was going to put my loopy lines. You can just put a curvy line, but I want it to be a little bit fancy. So I didn't have to erase, so I just went over it with a Sharpie to make it permanent. But that's why I used a pencil first in case I needed to erase. After I cut it out, I grabbed one of these. These are actually glue pens, y'all. They're colored glue pens, and I love them. I got them from Amazon, and I'm going to put a link for these. I went all the way around, I just traced over the lines I made and sprinkled them with glitter. And look how pretty that is. Now, the tip of a glue bottle will work, but it'll just be thicker. I did the same thing to the bottom line. And y'all, you're going to want to do this part first before you do your glitter. But y'all, I always leave my mistakes if I can. But I wanted to show you this mistake. So I just dried the glue to make sure it didn't smear. And now I'm going to put Mod Podge on my round and then lay my paper on. It is a wrinkled, terrible mess. You can see that. I'm not worried about it because I know that once I put heat on this, it's going to smooth out, and I want you to see it for yourself. I just add heat and just kind of press on it to flatten it out, and it works so great. It doesn't always work great, but most of the time it does, and in this case it did. You saw for yourself. So I had planned on using the iron-on method for this, but I got interrupted and forgot. Anyway, I'm just sanding off the excess paper. Anytime you trace around, if you don't cut right on the line, it's going to leave a little bit of excess. What I'm doing now is just going around the perimeter with my black ink. So these little buttons came from Hobby Lobby. Aren't they precious? I love them. They weren't expensive at all. I always have to have a plan before I make it permanent, so I just laid them out and made sure I kept them in the same place because I wanted the colors to be mixed up. And you can see I'm just putting one little dot of glue and gluing my lights down. How cute is this? To finish this off, I made a messy bow with ribbon I have in my stash that matches the Christmas lights. I just put them in an X pattern and tied them up in the middle. Very, very easy. It's really long and super messy, but I glue it to the top before I trim it up to make it look better. And finally, I put a piece of ribbon for my hanger. How easy and adorable is this? I love everything about it. Y'all, any wrapping paper will do as long as you can see the lights. Have a great rest of your day, and don't forget to water the vine.